Hey, this is Marvelyn Brown with Inner Word Business Services. Now, if you are just joining us, this is the third live stream that I've done. The first two live streams, and really this whole series has to do with starting an online business. So I'm taking you all the way back to the beginning. And the first live stream was on selecting a product. So, how do you select a product? When you decide that you want to start an online business, how do you select a product? What product is the best product for you? What are your interests? What are your hobbies? What are your skills and your knowledge set that you bring to the table that you can use to build an online business? Now, my goal is to, help you take something you love and turn it into a business. And so I started the In a Word Minute so that I could give you some tips and some guidance on how to do that. So, because everyone is at different places, I decided to start at the beginning. So, I'm starting you back with, how to select a product. And then the second training is on how to select a platform. So your platform is this is the place where you have your home base online. So this is the home of your online business. So now today we're talking about selecting a business model, because without that business model, the business model is really going to give you your framework for your business. So whether you are an independent entrepreneur, you're a solopreneur, a consultant, or a freelancer, someone who's really working on their own, or if you are someone who is partnered with another business and maybe you're selling products and services for another business, these rules, when it comes to selecting a business model, will definitely apply. And believe it or not, the business model that you select will have a major impact on your bottom line, because all business models are not the same. So we're going to talk about that this evening. And then I will also lead you back to some additional information and resources that you can use to really nail down, am I selecting the right business model for me? Some business models work great for others and not so much for some. So I want to just kind of give you some things to think about. So what we're going to do, I'm going to share my screen with you. We'll go through the presentation that I put together, and then I will lead you, or not lead you, but give you the information on the additional resources. So hopefully this will be about a half an hour. And then after that, you can go out and kind of look at my blog and check out the information that I have for you. Okay, so without further ado, here is my presentation, and I'm going to walk you through that. So it's basically about selecting a business model, and the business model that you select. Now, we talked about selecting a product, how to select a product that really highlights, what you love doing. Your hobbies, your skills, your knowledge, all of that stuff should come together to help you select a product that you're really going to be enthusiastic about promoting. And then the next step is just finding a home base for your online business. I'll point you to those resources as well after we go through this. So now we're going to talk about selecting a business model and how it impacts your bottom line. So now, what is a business model? It is a design for the successful operation of your business. That's pretty much it. A business model gives your business structure. So basically, when you're thinking about a business model, when you're thinking about whether you're a freelancer or a solopreneur or someone who is kind of striking out on their own, or whether you are someone who is partnering with another company to sell products and services, you need structure. You need a framework that helps you to be successful. So you need to know all of your revenue sources. So I'll give you an example. So maybe you are a freelancer and you have a service that you're providing to individuals or companies or whatever. Maybe you're someone who is a freelance writer. So you provide that service, writing different types of copy for companies and or individuals. So you need a framework that tells you, if I write, X number of documents in a given time, like maybe a month, I should be able to make X number of dollars. So that way you have a structure that says, if I do this, I'm going to be able to yield that. If I do this, I will yield that. You would really be surprised at the number of people who have a business. They are selling products and services, and they're just throwing stuff at the wall to see what sticks. They have no idea how many widgets they need to promote or sell or make in order to make the kind of money that they are interested in making. And so your business model really helps you with that. It identifies revenue sources. So how many different ways can I make money as a freelance writer? If you're someone who is in direct sales, say for instance you are selling Scentsy, and you are really into it, you love the products, but you're not really making the kind of money that you would like to make. So what you have to do is you have to do an analysis of your revenue sources. How many different ways can you make money selling Scentsy? Can you do some things other than sell products? Of course you can. Can you share your knowledge of the products that you're selling? Or can you solve various problems for your customers with the products that you're selling? Because the more problems you can solve, the more revenue sources you can generate. Who is your customer base? That's the other thing that a business model will do for you. If you have a product or service that you're providing, your business model will help you. Now, a lot of companies will leave it up to you to find your own customer base. So if you're a Scentsy rep, they will give you ideas, but it's really up to you, as to who you want to work with. You can take those products and you can kind of figure out who would be the best fit for these products. Who would be the person most likely to buy these products? So then you come up with an audience that, is really interested, and you attract that audience to you, based on how you run your business. So your business model helps you kind of determine who your customer base is going to be based on the products and services that you provide. And then last but not least, your business model also helps you with the details of financing. And what that means is you're generating income, you're selling products, or you're providing a service. So you're generating income, but then there's also the part of how you get paid, how you become compensated for the income that you have generated. So the details of financing means how often do you get paid? What form do you get paid in? So for example, do you get paid a flat fee? Do you get paid a percentage, etc.? And really the bottom line, all of this really boils down to how your business operates. It also boils down to the touch points. So, your company gives you certain things, certain basic foundations, and then it's up to you to provide the right touch points for your customer base. So when they come in contact with you, whether it's through your website or your video channel or your podcast, what makes them want to hang around? How do you attract people to you so that they can come in contact with those touch points? And how do you do it in a way that makes them want to become a customer? So these are the things that your business model, and a lot of people, when they think about a business model, they don't even think about this. They think about, oh, okay, well, I'm in direct sales, or I'm in affiliate marketing, or I'm in network marketing, but they don't really have an idea of how this impacts the bottom line. So now here's some of the business model types that you are probably familiar with. For example, direct sales. Everyone knows about direct sales. This is what a lot of people get into when they first start their online journey. That's what I started out doing. I actually started out with a network marketing company, not knowing that much about network marketing, not really wanting to sell products, not in that way. Direct sales was definitely not my thing, but I did join a company because I thought I could make a lot of money. So, that's why I tell people, do what you love, turn it into a business. If you join a company because you think you're going to make a lot of money, and you are, kind of aligning yourself with business models that don't work for you, then you will be miserable. So direct sales was not my cup of tea. I tried to make it my cup of tea because I wanted to have additional sources of income. I, wasn't really understanding network marketing as much as I should have. And so I tried to make that fit as well. So we'll talk more about that in a moment. But basically, direct sales is the sale of products or services. And basically the company that you partner with generates their revenue through a network of salespeople. So you become a salesperson. You become part of a company's sales force. And when you think about direct sales, when I thought about direct sales, I kind of thought about the door-to-door salesman that used to come to my mom's house. He was a gentleman very nice gentleman, sold vacuum cleaners, and he sold them door to door. And I always thought, what an awful way to make a living, going door to door. Some people probably weren't so nice. They probably slammed the door in his face. However, when he was able to make a sale, he was probably generously compensated for that sale. The problem is, he just, kind of had to go through a lot just to get one sale. So I always kind of in the back of my mind felt that was just not the path for me. However, I mean, as a child, you think a certain way and you think, okay, now I'm an adult, things have changed, the world has kind of evolved. So, and I see all these other people that are doing well in direct sales, right? I mean, we tell ourselves these things. You see all these people on stage and they're getting all these huge checks. And so it's possible to do well in a certain business model. But if that is not for you, you are going to be miserable. So, direct sales wasn't my cup of tea, but there are lots of people who do really well with direct sales. So think about that. If you are a people person, if you love getting out there and, hitting the pavement, and nowadays, if you're a smart direct salesperson, you can utilize, online tools, online platforms to really, take off in this area. The next business model is e-commerce. Now, e-commerce was more my cup of tea. That was not the way I started out, but I quickly realized direct sales was not my thing, and I decided to build a website. So I built a website, an e-commerce website. I sold stuff like all the way from t-shirts and pins and mugs and custom type stuff, all the way to, selling virtual assistants. I basically became a virtual assistant, selling those services on my website. And so now today I've kind of learned this is the thing, when you do things and maybe they don't align with where you're interested in going, but you learned something. So even when I was with the network marketing company, I learned so much. And the same thing, I could take those skills and apply them to the e-commerce business. And that's pretty much what I did. But the e-commerce website is a way for you to kind of passively, you still have to promote, you still have to, kind of have that relationship with customers to keep them coming back to your store. But you basically create a website and you add that e-commerce functionality to it, and you encourage, people to buy whatever it is you're selling on your website. That's pretty much it. You can supplement a brick and mortar business using e-commerce, and we're going to talk more about that later. But e-commerce is a really great way to earn income without having to go door to door and face to face. So if you're someone who's more techie and maybe more behind the scenes, you may do well with an e-commerce store. Affiliate marketing is another way that you can earn passive income. Affiliate marketing is basically where you partner with a sponsoring brand. So lots of brands out there that are partnering with bloggers and people who have an audience. The bigger your audience, the better. And the more you can drive traffic and build an audience, the more you will be compensated. So affiliate marketing means that you partner with a brand, you promote their products and services, you drive traffic to their website to, make a sale. And the more you can do that, the more commissions you will make. Now, there's some affiliate marketing companies that will pay you a lot of money. And then there's some affiliate marketing companies that will pay you a little bit of money. What I have found is that a lot of the retail stores pay you a little bit of money. However, using those retail brand names, is a plus because that helps your customers feel comfortable. Like if you are a Walmart affiliate, then your customers know Walmart, they are a trusted name. And so you're going to be more likely to get someone to click on your Walmart link and go to Walmart and make a purchase versus an unknown company. So for that reason, I do have affiliate partnerships with like Walmart, and Amazon is another one. Amazon pays, not that great depending on what it is that you're selling, but name recognition. So it's a great way to get your affiliate information out there and kind of create that trust factor. But a lot of these retail companies do not pay a whole lot. Tech companies tend to pay a lot more. Just kind of throwing that out there. So let's go to the next slide. The next type of business model is direct to consumer. So with the direct to consumer model, you have cut out the middleman. So in this scenario, you are kind of like a Sam's Club or a Costco where you allow people to come and shop, but this is more or less online. So direct to consumer is kind of like an online business model. There are some brick and mortar business models, like Sam's Club and Costco, but there's at least one that I know of that will provide you with a referral fee or incentive if you make, if you refer the company and bring people in and they become members, then you will be compensated for that. Now, a lot of people are making money doing this as well, with those referral fees. They also give out incentives, and then there are other perks when you are part of this company. So direct to consumer, just kind of keep in mind, it's kind of like a Sam's Club or a Costco. You cut out the middleman, and you are compensated when you make referral marketing. Management consulting. Management consulting is a really great way for you to take the skills that you learned in your corporate role. And you have to kind of be careful based on, non-disclosure agreements and things like that that you may have signed with your corporate job. But ethical things like, don't steal your company's not employees, but your company's customers and things like that. But if you decide to strike out on your own, for example, if you're a consultant with a company or you provide business services for your corporate job, then you can take those skills and strike out on your own and make tons and tons of money. Management consultants are paid very well. And if you enjoy doing this kind of work, this is a great way for you to spread your wings. Now, the next business model is network marketing. Network marketing is also called multi-level marketing. And it's a strategy that some direct sales companies, and we talked about direct sales before, use to encourage existing distributors to recruit new distributors. So basically, they grow their business by encouraging existing distributors to bring in new distributors. And then when you bring in new distributors, you're paid a percentage of the recruit's sales. So this is another way that a lot of people have built income, wealth, like real money, if they are good at, bringing in, building a team and building a, long-term legacy building team that really pumps out the sales. And it can really be a great way for someone to go from zero to hero in no time flat. You just really have to know, how to promote, how to get those sales and drive sales volume. Now, if you're someone like that, network marketing is going to be an awesome way for you to earn extra money. Companies like Mary Kay, Avon, Young Living, Scentsy, and even Tupperware. Tupperware has been around since I was a kid. These are all multi-level marketing companies. Now, a lot of people don't know that about Mary Kay or Avon, or even Young Living or Scentsy. I had no idea that Scentsy was an MLM. I didn't know that Tupperware was an MLM. But these are all companies that have great products, and you can earn a very good full or part-time income when you partner with companies like that. And then last but not least, I have revenue sharing. Revenue sharing is where a company also pays their partners or their associates a percentage based reward for referring new customers. So, like I was talking about the direct to consumer model, there's a company that also they kind of do a combination of the direct to consumer model and the revenue sharing model. And so basically, when you think about the direct to consumer model and, the fact that you can have the revenue sharing model, this is a great way for you to do something if you're into, helping people save money, getting more value for the things that you buy, buying in bulk, then this would be a great company for you to partner with. And actually, it's a company that I'm partnered with as well. So if you want to know more about that, let me know. Just drop me a line and I will definitely get that information for you. So now, what does a business model do? We talked about all the different business model types, and we talked about, how a business model gives you structure, gives your business structure. So basically, these are the three areas: revenue sources, and we talked about this before, expenses, and your products and services. Those are the three areas that your business model really helps you with. And when you think about it, you're in business to make a profit. You're in business to help your customers. You want to provide conveniences. You want to provide information. You want to solve problems for your customers. And so, your business model really puts structure behind all of those things. So, these are the things that you want to consider. If you have a business model, how is it serving your business? And is it aligning with what you are trying to accomplish? So for example, I knew when I got into direct sales, I knew it wasn't for me. So that business model, of going out and direct selling person to person, when I became involved with direct sales, it was, and these were the things that I was being trained to do. Make a list of all my friends and family, get on the phone and make phone calls, have hotel meetings, have home parties. Those were the kinds of things that were being stressed when I was in network marketing / direct sales. And so none of those things appealed to me. However, I forced myself because I saw all these people making all this money in this particular business model. And I thought, I have to do this. If I want to have a successful online business, these are the things that I have to do. And so I just kind of tried my best to force it to work. But guess what? It never worked. And so until I found a business model that was more aligned with who I am, what I want to accomplish, and how I operate, and it doesn't always have to be about you, but this is your business. This is the thing that you're going to wake up every day and do. And so you have to be, or you should be, happy in doing it. And if you're miserable in doing it, then, I don't know. To me, if you're going to have a business, to me, it should be something that you enjoy doing. So, you have to ask yourself, how is your business model, the things that you're being asked to do, the way that you get paid? Do you get paid enough? So, for example, do you only get paid once a month? Do you get paid twice a month? Do you get a percentage? Is the percentage going to be enough to help you get from point A to point B? Asking all of these questions and, finding the answers before you sign on the dotted line can enable you to, not waste a lot of time. So no matter what model you choose, it's up to you to also find an audience that's a great fit for what you're promoting. Now, is it going to be easier for you to find an audience for something that you really love, something that you may have had experience with, something that you know something about? Is it easier to find an audience for that kind of product versus signing up for something that you really don't know that much about and using a model that you hate? Now, if you're partnering with an existing company or brand, be sure to ask questions about anything that you're not sure about. Don't jump into a business opportunity using a business model that isn't going to work for you and then especially not knowing, number one, do you need to have money up front to get started? How much money is it going to take for you to run your business on an ongoing basis? And then how long do you think it will be before you will see a profit? Those are very important questions to ask. So for example, if you are getting a 1% commission on affiliate products, it's going to take you a lot longer. And, depending on what the price of the product is, even if you're selling a high ticket item and you get 1%, depending on the price, of course, of the item, it's going to take you a lot longer to reach your financial goals versus, having a strategy where you only accept offers, affiliate offers or affiliate sponsorship over a certain either dollar amount or percentage. But you got to sit down and do the math and figure these things out. How many widgets are you going to have to sell in order to make the kind of money that you would like to make in your business? So now, if you're an existing business owner, you're probably using a business model. And you have to ask yourself, is that business model working? You're providing a product or service, you have an existing customer base, and you can use your current business model to expand, or you can stick with your current business model and maybe try another business model. But the big thing is, a lot of times when you start a new business, or you partner with a new company that is in a different business model, it may take time for you to, get past the learning curve. And so this is where, working with a company and using a business model that fits you from the beginning is going to keep you from having to jump around, and asking the right questions in the beginning can really save you. So, using your existing customers. Now, this is the thing. This is how existing business owners can utilize their current business model to kind of expand. So you can use your existing customers, the products that you're using in your business, as well as products that complement your existing products. So what that means is you've got a customer base. And maybe you are in, let's say, for example, maybe you're in Mary Kay. So you have an existing customer base that likes to look great: makeup, jewelry, clothing, perfumes, all of those things that, we buy to look our best. So maybe you can find another company to partner with that will have products that complement that. And you can actually that would expand your product base. It would expand your customer base and enable you to solve maybe a different set of problems for that existing customer base. So you're not having to run out and try to start from scratch with another company, but you are, building upon something that you're already doing, if that makes sense. And then when you learn how to use the power of the internet to grow your business, that will give you additional streams of income. No need to add extra employees or extra equipment because you're using what you already have. You're just partnering with a different company to add more of your product line. So that's a way that you can, kind of grow your business without having to add additional employees or add additional equipment. Now, if you're a new business owner, you can select a business model based on your knowledge, your skills, your interests. That's the best way to go, in my opinion. You can take a look at the models that I talk about here. I'm also going to share some business models on my blog, and you can take a look at those. But you want to look at models, and you want to weed out models that just aren't a good fit. Don't even go there. Like, if you're like me and you're an introvert and you know that direct sales and being face to face and making phone calls and all that stuff, if you know that, a business model is not a good fit for you, don't even go there. Just, there's so many models out there that you can utilize to start your business. Go with something that is a good fit. Now, if you love sales, you're going to be great, for example, with the direct sales model. But if you are, kind of a techie type person who doesn't want to deal with direct sales, maybe building a website and having an e-commerce business might be a better fit. And that's the difference between, different business models. Some things, it's kind of like, it's all about features and benefits. And, different business models have different features, different benefits. You want to look at more than just the compensation, but I mean, you are in business to earn a living. So you do want to look at, the compensation, the profit margin, and all of that. But, think about the business model that is going to work best for you. Now, basically, that's my training on business models. And right now, we're just going to wrap up. I'm going to give you some resources. If you visit my blog, you will be able to get a free worksheet that I'm showing here that will enable you to. I didn't know what that noise was. You will be able to download this worksheet that will enable you to determine your income projection. So basically, you can analyze the feasibility of any products or any opportunities that you're considering. And it shows you how to kind of reverse engineer, what you want to make. So if you want to make, $5,000 a month, maybe you want to make more than that. Maybe you want to make less to start out. But you just kind of put that, number down on paper, and then it shows you kind of how to reverse engineer that to determine how many widgets you need to make before you will be able to earn that amount of money. Knowing that going in is going to save you, from having to, just kind of throw something at the wall and see if it sticks. If you have a product that you really enjoy working with, but it gives you a really low commission, whether it's a flat fee commission or a percentage commission, you might want to think of either adding some additional products, or you might want to think of a strategy where you can promote something that gives you a larger dollar amount. So this is basically the end of my training. If you know anyone who might benefit from the Inner Word Minute, or someone who might benefit from the information on my blog, please share this information with them, and stay tuned to next week's Inner Word Minute for more business building insight. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you next week. Have a great week. Bye.